The sun is integral to the planet. It's integral to life on the planet. Without the sun, life could not and would never have existed. It's that important, not only for the plants, but for the animals, for us as humans. Everything is dictated by the light and the heat that the sun provides. That being said, I just got a sunburn the other day. So fuck the sun. Fuck the sun. The sun burned me. Now, I have not had a sunburn in years. Years. I don't mean to be that guy, but I don't think I've had a sunburn since I was like an actual child. Not like a baby, but maybe like middle school, not even high school. And it burned me. It burned me. Not bad. It's not like a huge sunburn. It's just on my arms, but holy shit. It is annoying. It's not pain. It's just sensation. That's the best way to describe it. It's not pain. It is just a sensation that is on my arms. And I can't really describe it. But what I can say is it's very unfortunate that the sun had to do this to me because I'm a very strong advocate for the sun. I'm a very big supporter of the sun, and to have it betray me like this is very disappointing. It truly is. It's very, very disappointing. You know, I do a lot for the sun. You know, I do a lot. And to have it betray me like this is well, it's very disappointing. So anyway, sunburns. Now, so far in my life, I have not had a really, really bad sunburn. They've always been pretty minor, like medium to minor, but never anything where like my skin began to peel. That's the problem. That's the issue. When your skin begins to peel, that is a major issue. One time when I was in middle school, I had a friend who had always had like a shaved head. I think he played like baseball or something, but he always had like a buzz cut. And he once got a really, really, really bad sunburn. I don't even know how he was out in the sun, that it looked like he'd been out in the sun his entire life. He got the worst sunburn, and the top of his head, because he had no hair, was sunburned. His bald little head. And it was so bad. He would take his hands and put it on his head, the top of his head, and he would squeeze his hands together, and there would be like pus would like ooze out of his head. It was the most like disgusting thing ever. And to think that the sun is capable of something like that, the sun is capable of generating pus out of your head. That will always sit with me for the rest of my life. I'm always so conscious of the sun now because of that like horrific scene that I witnessed. It's like, imagine you're like a dog. This is the best analogy I can think of. Imagine you're a dog and you're sitting on the side of the road and you see another dog coming up the road. And then all of a sudden that dog starts to cross the road. And as soon as it takes one step into the road, a semi truck comes and just obliterates it. As a dog, you would be fearful of even stepping foot in the road. That's me. I'm afraid to go outside during the day. I know I'm not going to get that sunburned. I know that I would have to be out like all day, every day for 3 days straight in order to get that sunburn. But there's still the fear. I have that fear. And that fear will control me until the day I die. It was that bad. If I had a picture of it, I'd share it with you all. But it truly was that bad. bad. You know, like the pimple videos where they like squeeze the pimple and the little like white, pus or whatever comes out? Imagine like thousands of those on the top of your head. It literally would make your skin crawl. I don't care what phobias you have, this would be your new phobia. Horrible. That is what the sun does to the body. Sunburns are gnarly, y'all. Sunburns are gnarly. You got to keep protected. You got to use sunscreen. You got to stay inside. You got to, minimize your exposure. Use an umbrella, seek out shade, avoid the heat of the day for outdoor activities. Be mindful of that. Or you could be the next pusshead. You could be the next pusshead. If you're not careful, you're going to be the next pusshead, and you don't want that. It's the last thing you want. Because for me, I don't even remember that boy's name. For me, he will always just be pusshead. Unfortunately for him. And fortunately for me, I will always remember the dangers of the sunburn. So think on that. I appreciate you listening to this, and I will see you tomorrow.